How's the lighting? Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, I'm Tracie the Better Coach, and welcome to my YouTube channel, where I help women thrive after breakups, date better the next time around, and generally protect their peace in spite of all of life's ups and downs. I'm glad you're here, and let's get into it. In this video, I help you understand why you're burnt out from dating and how to remedy this. I also explain how to prevent dating burnout in the first place. Spoiler alert, the remedy and the prevention are kind of one and the same. Also, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like it by clicking the thumbs up below. This helps YouTube recommend this video to other people who could benefit from it. Dating takes a lot of mental, emotional, and physical energy, and if you're expending this energy on the wrong people for too long, it can leave you tapped out. You're likely burnt out because you're spending too much time and energy and dealing with people who are not right for you. Right from the start, some questions you should ask yourself when first meeting someone are they who they say they are? Do we have aligned dating goals? Is there mutual chemistry and attraction? As you spend more time with someone, you should ask yourself questions such as, are they consistent and honest with their communication? Do they initiate quality time with me in a balanced way, not too overbearing and not too distant? Do I enjoy my time with them? Am I content with the sexual relationship? Do I notice any red flags regarding important issues? Are our relationship goals aligned? Just asking these questions from the start and early on in the dating process will go a long way in helping you determine if you should even be giving your time and energy to this person. If the answer is no to these questions, it's not worth you continuing to engage with this person, and you can do yourself a favor by choosing to no longer date them. Remember, burnout is coming from you expending your resources and your energy on too many people for too long who are not worth the investment. So you want to quickly move people out of your dating funnel so that you are not expending your resources and energy on them and therefore burning yourself out. What you want to do is focus your time and energy on the best people for you. So asking these questions is a huge leap in getting an understanding of who should even be a contender when it comes to your time and energy. Now, what if you're already burnt out? What do you do? The things that you do to recover from dating burnout are also the things that you do to prevent dating burnout. So we'll start with recovering, but in me explaining how you recover from dating burnout, we will just take those same steps and kind of reverse them, and that is how you prevent it. So to begin, if you are burnt out from dating, take a break. Take a break of a few weeks, take a break of a couple of months, whatever feels good to you, and take that time to not only rest and regenerate, but also to get things in order and get things in line that will be more helpful to your dating process when you get back to it. What you want to be thinking about is putting as little time, energy, and effort as possible into the dating process. Have all the things that can be prepared in advance prepared. Have your 5 go-to date outfits so you don't have to think very hard about what you're gonna wear on any given date. Have your identified first date, second date, third date outfits ready. Know what your makeup routine is going to be, know what colors suit you best, so you don't have to put much effort or much thought into how you're gonna do your makeup. Know what hairstyles you like to have, or do hairstyles that are very easy to maintain while you are in your dating process. The first key to recovering from dating burnout is to take a break. Next, once you're ready to get back to the dating game, I want you to start with this mindset of removing pressure off of your dates. Meaning, do not go on dates thinking or wondering if this person is the one. Instead, go on dates from the perspective of meeting new people, having good conversation, eating good food, doing a fun activity. Think of it as expanding your social circle, as practicing conversational skills, practicing flirting, any of the things that come from interacting with another person. The idea here is that if you're leaning into those things, then you can more thoroughly enjoy the process. And if this person is going to be the one, you're going to be realizing that as time goes on. Do you still want to see them again? Do they want to see you? Do you enjoy your time together? Do you learn things from them? Do you find them interesting? Are you attracted to them? All of these things come up when you are actually just enjoying the moment and dating someone without the idea of, oh my gosh, this could be the one. Will they be the one? I'm so disappointed if they're not the one. Take the pressure off of the dating experience. Take the pressure off of the dating experience because it is exhausting to constantly be wondering if you found your lifetime partner when you go on dates. So when we talk about burnout, think about the mental toll that it is taking on you to think in this way. So it's important to remove the pressure off of the dating process. Another important one is boundaries. Set boundaries in your dating experience. Limit your dates with people to maybe one a week, especially if you are rotationally dating, which I highly recommend and I'll get to later. But maybe one day a week, not being on the phone for hours and hours and hours. Think about the time and energy you are expending on any given person in the dating process, especially if you're dating multiple people. You have a life that you need to attend to, whether it's work, children, household, family, etc., etc. And you want to be mindful of how you're giving that time and energy, especially to people who you are early on in the dating process with. Besides the potential emotional pitfalls of over-engaging with someone and talking to them constantly on the phone, meaning getting too emotionally attached too quickly or too intensely, there's also just the pitfalls of really overusing your resources of energy and time. When you are constantly talking to someone, you're on the phone for hours, or you're going on multiple dates per week, and you're really putting a lot of time and investment in them, and you are early on in the dating process, and you don't have a full read of if this person is a good match for you. And then if things end, you are left tapped out. You're left with having given all of this emotional energy and all of this physical time to someone, and again, maybe even multiple people, and then you wonder why, I'm burnt out, I'm over it. Instead, you want to set boundaries. You want to determine what the boundaries should look like for you. But generally speaking, this idea of, okay, let's do once a week dates. If we really like seeing each other, let's go on dates once a week. Let's check in via text, periodically, maybe once a day, every other day. Let's talk on the phone for a half hour here and there, an hour here and there throughout the week. But this daily texting, talking on the phone, all of that is something that you save for later on in dating someone, likely as you're moving into the exclusive dating phase with that one person, rather than when you are in the more casual dating phase with multiple people. Or even if you're choosing not to rotationally date and only date one person at a time, besides the fact that that really sets you up for dating burnout, the point here is even if it's just one person, you still don't want to be over-investing your time and energy with them too early on in the dating process. So identify your boundaries and enforce them. Hey there, if anything about this video has been helpful to you, I strongly encourage you to join my email list, which you can join by clicking the link in this video description. And by being a part of my email list, you get access to exclusive content from me that isn't always on the YouTube channel, things where I go a little more in depth on certain concepts that I share with you around recovering from breakups and dating. Also, by joining my email list, you will get a PDF copy of the How to Get Over Your Ex cheat sheet, and you will receive weekly emails from me with helpful tips and guidance around recovering from breakups. Lastly, casually date, rotationally date. Casually, rotationally date. This means dating more than one person at a time early on in the dating process. This does not mean carry on committed relationships with more than one person at a time unless you are choosing to be in non-monogamous relationships. But the point here is that you are open and honest with everyone involved. So from the standpoint of casually dating rotationally, the idea is that you are meeting different people and you are keeping a rotation of people who you're meeting, who you are texting with, going on dates with, all of that, so that you can be sorting and sifting as to who is the best fit for you. The idea is not that you date 10 people at a time long term and put all this energy and effort into all 10 of them. Not at all. That will definitely burn you out. The idea is that as you are going out on your first or second date with one person, you have met someone else on an app or you're texting with someone else to get to that point of going on a date with them. And as you are going on your second and third date with someone, maybe you've been on a first date with someone else, so that you are really able to get a sense of who is best for you. It helps you to be able to compare people, which helps you to get more clarity about what you want and need, but it also helps you not over-focus your emotional energy on any one person before you know that they are a good person for you to do that with. It helps you to have a variety of experiences, meet new people, expand your social circle, engage in fun activities. There are multiple benefits to dating rotationally. And I know when people hear the idea of dating multiple people at once, they can immediately think, oh, well, that would be exhausting. And yes, it is exhausting if you are doing too much with the wrong people. So again, you want to have these boundaries. You want to take pressure off of the experience. You want to have asked all sorts of questions in the beginning to help you vet and to help you clarify as to whether someone is worth you giving your time and energy to each step along the way. So understand that it's not about determining on day one if this is somebody who you should continue to date for 6 months. It's about determining on day one, is there enough here for me to continue to go on to day 2 with this person, or to go on a second or third date with this person? And you assess along the way. That is a key to avoiding dating burnout. It is a key to avoiding getting into relationships that aren't right for you. This idea of assessing along the way. Not deciding from day one that this is who I'm going to be with, or this is who I'm going to make this work with no matter what. It's about saying, I like this so far. Let me keep going and keep assessing. This is a very important aspect of the dating process, and I think it's one that people do not engage in very well from the standpoint of, I've decided I like this person, so now I need to make it work, rather than I've decided I like this person and I'm curious to see if that continues to be the case. And if it does not continue to be the case, I need to exit stage left, and I need to continue to date people who are in my rotation so that I can continue to sort and to sift. But I'm not finding myself giving too much time and energy to any given person until we are at that point where we've vetted one another enough and we understand ourselves enough to want to commit further. And my final note on the idea of dating, particularly for women, is this idea of vetting. So you hear commonly that dating is a numbers game, because it is. You absolutely need people in your dating rotation. You need to meet new people. If you meet no one, you can date no one. So it is partially a numbers game. And I think it's even more so a numbers game for men, at least initially. Whereas for women, you need people to date, but really you need to be vetting the people who you are dating. For women, a lot of times they will have men who enter their sphere and who are interested in dating them or talking to them. And what women need to be doing is deciding if this is a person who I should be giving my time and energy to. This is a key factor for women. It's not just about finding as many men to date you as possible. The idea of having people to date or having people to talk to or having people to sleep with, that tends to come easier for women in general than for men. And there are a number of reasons behind that. But the idea here is that you want to be determining, is this a quality match for me? There can be all sorts of men in your DMs, all sorts of men wanting to talk to you or wanting to sleep with you, and you are needing to decide who is worth my time and energy and effort based on what my goals are, based on what my needs and desires are. So the vetting part is the huge part. And vetting requires all sorts of questions. A lot of the questions that I mentioned earlier on in this video. But asking yourself what you need and want, and then asking yourself, is this person matching up to those things? And then making decisions that if the person is not, that you are going to excuse yourself. And so this is a very, very important part of helping you avoid dating burnout. If you are not asking these important questions and you're not paying attention to the pink flags and the red flags and all of that, then you are going to get burnt out. You're going to get highly frustrated because you are 6 months into something with someone and realizing that it wasn't a good idea. Although there were signs and things in it before that you chose to ignore, or questions that you just chose not to ask the person or yourself regarding the things that you want and need. So do yourself the favor of taking a break if you need to, doing the prep work during that break to make dating easier the next time around, taking pressure off of the experience, setting boundaries, casually dating, and asking the important questions. All right, that's all I have for today. See you soon.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click the link to join my email list. See you soon.
Yeah, 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 yeah.